Hello, friends. Sorry, just adjusting this. How is everybody doing? Sorry, tripod troubles. How's everyone going? I'm just adjusting the tripod here. That we would bring up the live stream chat so I can see the chat. That was a cover of me, by the way, playing Hatikva at the end there on the ukulele. I did that cover on October 7th, or a couple days after, on my my other YouTube channel, the Ukulele Nomad. If you guys want to check it out, it's on there. How are you all doing? Thank you to everybody who's in the live stream today. Thank you to all the members who are watching and to everybody who super chatted last time. We raised over 1,000. I think it was at the end somewhere around $1,400 in total, in super chats, PayPal donations, and then a lot of you guys sent money over Buy Me Coffee. That's the link is in the description for that, and the other one, Ko-Fi. Thank you, Betsy, for the $1.99 right off the bat. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. Obviously, you guys can tell a little bit lower energy today. I don't know if I would say lower energy, but different energy. So 2 days ago we went live when I was in Jerusalem. I'm back in Chulon now, my aunt's house. And you guys helped me raise the money to make this trip happen. I want everybody to know who's watching this in post to how powerful what we did was. Not only did we raise money for a bunch of strangers to go see the horrors of October 7th down south in Israel, but we raised enough that we had enough to donate to the kibbutz of Kibbutz Be'eri, which was the most financially affected. The two kibbutzim that broke the record for, it was Nir Oz that suffered the most casualties, the most people died there. And then Be'eri, where I visited, was the one that suffered the most damage. We're going to talk a lot about it today. We're going to get into it. I'll tell you guys my experience. Sorry, I'm getting like goosebumps in the middle because I'm reliving a little bit in preparation to talk about it, what I saw there. I wanted to open up a conversation about it and hear from you guys. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you to all the members, particularly who are here and supporting and who have supported. Please, everybody, let me know also where you're watching from. Let me know where you guys are watching from, please. Thank you to VB Indiana for being here. BT, Shayna, obviously our awesome, beautiful moderator. Betsy, Doron, I got your donation. I think it was on PayPal. Thank you so much for that, man. Gail Moody, Omega's here. Mars Mello is here. Jacob, thank you for being here. Alex, thank you for being here. Thank you to all the members. Kombucha, thank you for being here. Every single member that's here. Raj, thank you so much for being here, buddy. Appreciate having you guys all here. Daf, thanks. Wow, chat's going crazy. Holy shit. A lot of people. Okay, we got Bungee Jumper from NYC watching, and Soup for the Family from North Carolina. Mars Mellows in Manchester. Raj watching from Western Hemisphere. Kevin from America. Jacob's in Nashville. Vanessa's in the UK. And we got a bunch of other wonderful persons. What up, Doug? Hey, Doug, thanks for being here. Thank you, Moo Cow, for the $10 super chat. Paying for Israel, much love from Guam. That's awesome. I didn't know how to view her in Guam. That's dope. I really want to come visit Guam someday. I don't know. I don't really know how to start this. If you guys have any questions you want to talk about, Like, you have any questions about what I experienced? I'll give you guys a summary of what happened, and then you guys can feel free to ask questions, because I think I'll just start rambling at some point. And it might be hard for me to get back on track. Thanks, Connor, for becoming a member. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks so much. It was nice talking to you on the last live stream and getting you called in. Also, somebody said it would be cool to make me collaborate with Michael Rappaport. Hey, let him know. Let him know you want me to collaborate with him. I would love to. Seems like a nice guy. He collaborated with a friend of mine recently. A couple friends of mine. Super cool. Okay, so Raj was saying, what places did I visit? So yesterday we left Jerusalem. We went to Sderot first. We went to the police station that I've already been at, the destroyed police station, and then we went to the view of Gaza. I gotta say, this time around, Gaza looks even more horrific than it did like a month ago. There's just immense amounts of destruction. There was these giant plumes of smoke coming out of both the southern end of Gaza and sort of the northern part of Gaza. And it just looks horrible. Gaza looks destroyed. It looks like there's nothing left. I know that there are stuff left, but it just like, that's what we started the trip with. And I guess I'm pretty positive the IDF is doing more operations right now into Gaza. So the whole day yesterday, immense bombing going out throughout the entire day. Felt it, the shockwaves going through my body throughout the most of the day. Really loud, you're hearing the artillery fire onto Gaza. And yeah, there's not much left there. When you look at it, I look through the telescope again. There's not much left. It was horrible. From Gaza, we continue to where do we go from Gaza? Or from Sderot? I'm pretty sure we went from Sderot straight to kibbutz Be'eri. Yeah, I think we went straight to kibbutz Be'eri. We roamed around. We had a guide. I'm forgetting his name at the moment. I saw Connor writing. I'm blanking out on his name. I need to look at the video again. It was very chaotic, I have to say. They were trying to organize. These were one of the last tours going into there. Did he have Connor? Did he have like sort of green eyes and a beard, like a bushy beard? Good-looking guy, fit guy. Did he tell you about his aunt that was in the bunker and his brother that passed away, that was killed? If so, it's the same guy. I'm waiting for Connor. Yeah, okay, so it was the same guy, Eldin. So yeah, we met up with him and another guy. His name was Ohad, I believe, who they were showing us around, taking us from house to house, telling us the story of each house. I think one of the moments that most stuck out to me, and I'll talk about in the videos. Yeah, he was camping on the beach, so we did meet the same guy. I think one of the things that stuck out to me the most is it was a house that we went into that was the house of his aunt. And you can see still the challah, like the bread from Shabbat, sitting there on the countertop. And you see like all the snacks for kids and for the grandchildren, and like the food still in the fridge. And the house just smells like death. Like it's just all burnt to a crisp. Everything is burnt and just destroyed and set on fire. The roofs are caving in. Just horrific amounts of damage, like just really, really, really bad. And we went from there from Be'eri. We were there for about an hour and a half. Then we went to the site of the all the destroyed vehicles, and I'll tell you guys some stories that I heard yesterday for the first time that I've never heard before. Yeah, I was holding back tears yesterday for sure, most of the day. When I got back home to, or not home, but when I was crashing at Moshe's house in Jerusalem. So when I got back to Moshe, it was the first time that the actual tears, like, I managed to hold them in most of the day because I was just kind of in shock of what I was seeing. But when I got back to Moshe's house, some tears like definitely came through a little bit. We were cooking dinner when I got back, and it just sort of like I couldn't really hold it in anymore. I was thinking about it, and it just kind of like it's kind of tough. Um, and then from the car park, we actually met some Jews that were Kafkazi Jews from Dagestan in Russia, who told us their story on October 7th. You know, they come from a region with extreme Islamic extremism that has threatened their community, their Jewish community, for a very long time. And they emigrated to Israel not too long ago, and they've been living in Sderot. And when October 7th happened, they were like taken back completely. Um, wow, there you go. I just added another light source. That's great. Didn't realize I had that there. From the car parking lot, and then we went to the Nova festival, to the site of the Nova festival. The energy there was just horrific, horrific, absolutely horrific. I've never been to like a concentration. I've been to one concentration camp in Poland, um, that had already been turned into a park, so it wasn't like a real experience of going to like Auschwitz or something. But the uh, the Nova festival is just fucking terrible, man. That place is horrible. That place is so sad, so sad. And you see everybody. It's so many people my age and my peers' ages, and like you think about who could have ended up there, and I mean, I know so many people that were there, and I've met so many people who have friends who had died there or got kidnapped there. Like I've since October, it's so crazy because I think there was 3,000 people there. So many, almost everybody in Israel like knows somebody who was there because it's such a small country. It's like everybody knows somebody, and when you're walking around there, like I just kept on going back to the videos that I saw on the 7th of like people my age running for their lives, and like running through those fields, and you see like the hills and everything, and we got there right around sunset. Yeah, I made a specific video for you, Raj, yesterday. Not, I mean, like, not specifically for you, but I know you've brought up Shani Luke a bunch of times, and I remember I was following, like many people were following the story of Shani Luke very closely because she was one of the people we all identified first. But I made a specific video clip. I shot it with you in mind yesterday. I even took a picture. I was gonna show this to you, Raj, because I know you've been bringing her up a lot, which I really personally I really appreciate that you do. You keep honoring her legacy. This was her. I don't know how to say in English. Her emda, Shani Luke's. I saw quite a few things for her. This was a really beautiful one too. I had her sticker, and it was on a wall of a bunch of victims. Um, but yeah, like we were there, and we just we just roamed around, and we got some stories. I feel like I ended the video by VB Indiana. Thanks for being here. Appreciate that you were here for a little bit. Um, we uh we we got to I got to interview the one. What was really powerful was I came in right around the time for the Jewish prayer of Mincha, which is the sort of evening prayer. Um, and we got to pray Kaddish, which is a special prayer that you do for people who have passed away in Judaism. So we got to do it with the Chabad that was set up there. They brought a mobile synagogue, and then I got to interview the guys who they were young, like fanatical Jews, but they had a really good message in mind, which I really liked ending the video with the message. Um, who was he had a message which was, in essence, the message was the best revenge that we can get on the extremist Palestinians, on Hamas. Um, the best revenge that we can is to continue being Jews and to continue praying in our language, to continue, because it's exactly what they want. They don't want us to do. They want us to disappear. They want us to go away. They don't want us to be happy in our land. They don't want us to practice what we're supposed to practice. And they were like, this is the best revenge towards towards what happened. Wow, there's a lot of fucking assholes in here tonight, huh? A lot of anti-Semites. My God. My God. Um, so hey Veronica, aloha, thanks for being here. Um so that was it overall. Thanks, Barack. Thanks for being here, man. Guys, check out Barack. He's a fucking awesome YouTuber. He's great. Give him a look. Collaborated not too long ago. Um so guys, yeah, that was that was yesterday. And I would say that I think that a lot of Jewish people, we all felt a lot of emotion on thanks Doug. Thanks for super chatting in the name of the fucking anti-Semites here. I can say it. Kilo, you're a bitch. I can say I don't give a fuck, man. YouTube's gonna demonetize this shit anyway, so fuck it. Spam all you want. I don't give a fuck. I'll call you all out. After what I saw yesterday, um so what I was saying. When I think when October 7th happened, the rage and emotions that we felt collectively, it's like something we really latched onto for the first like month, 2 months. It was so like fresh, you know? It was so real. And it's there's no doubt that it waned a bit, you know? It went down. LE, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. You're awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. The videos that I shot, this whole experience wouldn't have been possible without you. Hey, Sarah became a member. You've been here for a while now. Congratulations, Sarah Mazal Tov. Thanks, Ellie. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Um, what was I saying? Yeah, the emotions that we felt on October 7th and beyond, I would say well into November and December. Yeah, the fucking chat is insane today, but fuck it. I don't give a shit, man. We're here. We're representing, man. Yesterday, you guys did the most. I'm gonna talk about it later because I'm gonna get emotional if I talk about it now. But you guys did the most amazing work. It's all because of you guys. I don't think you guys understand. A lot of you guys who are here, like Jacob, Le, everybody who donated. You don't even understand what you did for me, what you did for the videos that hopefully that I'll produce that will at least not, I don't want it to change anybody's mind, but at least be a stark reminder here at the end of this process, which we'll talk about more. And what you did for the people who came with me yesterday. I don't really think that you guys understand what you did by raising this money and making this thing happen. It was like I had so much on the back of my neck. I was like, what if the entire day yesterday I was like, what if the videos don't come out good? What if they're not entertaining enough? What if they're not good enough for you guys? What if you guys don't like it in the end? You guys donated so much money. I was like, what if I fuck up? What if I do a bad job? What if you guys don't like it? And then and then somewhere along the day I remembered like how wonderful you guys have all been and how amazing you guys have all been since the beginning of this. And I was like, I don't think there's anything I could do wrong, because I have to be honest, it was a hard story to tell. It wasn't like filming this. It's not. I don't know if I was even prepared for what I was walking into, and I'm not sure when I filmed it if I filmed it correctly. I was just sort of trying to feel out the experience, but there's a lot of thing I have to do in the background with editing. I'm going to spend a proper amount of time editing these videos. I'm not rushing it. at all. There might even be a lack of videos on the channel for a couple of days because I don't care if the channel drops a little bit. Like, I have to tell this story properly. I have to. I I, I promise to do honor to it because it was just so horrific. Yeah, we got a bunch of fucking assholes in here today. I guess the title got them. October 7th. We're gonna title this more often. Free Palestine, Nada. Nades. Free Palestine, baby. This is gonna do it. This is gonna do it. Nades, you got to be careful. This is type of we raised $1,300 the other day, Nades. You got to be careful. These people they got rabies with the super chat and these people. This is my family up in here. This is my family up in here. These guys raised $1,300 in like 20 minutes the other day. You gotta watch out, Nades, because that's all going against Palestine, all of it. If you want to free Palestine in here, you come to the wrong place. Let me just tell you real quick. Thank you, Avi, for the $10 super chat. Appreciate that, bro. And thanks, Doug, for calling out Shalimar and Salam. Them bitches. So yeah, when I was talking specifically about the emotion, yesterday reinvigorated all of that, and I was left a little bit confused and I'll tell you what I was confused about. They're getting prepared to start raising money. This was, from what I've understood, one of the last trips that's going to be going into kibbutz Be'eri, to see these places, to see the destruction, and they're going to start building it back soon. They want to build it better than what it was before. You know, again, in spite of all the damage that was done. And specifically, the guy who was showing us around is like, we're not going to be hiring any Palestinians anymore. There's going to be no cooperation between Israelis and Palestinians here, which is totally reasonable. Palestinians in Gaza just ate shit for what they did and what they supported. Um, um, but yeah, that what I experienced yesterday reinvigorated all of the emotion, all of the passion around this conversation, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. Every little bit of it made me want to get back in the game with this even stronger and tell these stories even harder, because there's no way to encapsulate the pain, like what people felt that day. There's no way to put it into words. The torture that what's it called, that Hamas put onto people, the stuff that they did. Oh my God, the level of brutality. I knew a lot about it, but like, Raj says the rejection of Palestinian laborers can morph into discrimination against Arab citizens of Israel. It probably already has. I think that's fair game at this point. I think that it's just, how can you expect somebody who's working in a field planting avocados to want to work with somebody who was throwing tires on fire into a house to try to smoke out his aunt? How can you, how can you, what are you going to do? I understand. After seeing what I saw yesterday, I understand where he's coming from. It is what it is, There's going to be racism now. There's going to be discrimination now. This is part of war. Unfortunately, this is a symptom of war. This was specifically yesterday in Be'eri. There was almost every house, Palestinian terrorists brought in tires to burn, so that people that were locked in the bomb shelters, the ones who were smart enough to have locks in their bomb shelters, they were setting tires on fire in the houses so that all the smoke and soot would go through the walls and go through the cracks in the door and choke them out inside of the mamad, inside of the bomb shelter. So they would just die inside. And a lot of them did. A lot of them got cooked in there. The chat doesn't mean shit to me. Thanks, HD, for being here, by the way. I didn't even see that you were here earlier. The chat doesn't mean shit. I don't give a fuck, man. This chat, all they do, all the chat does is give me more engagement for this live stream to get to more people and make me more money. That's it. I don't give a fuck. As we've established at this point, money is the name of the game. Every time one of these motherfuckers comes in here and chats some anti-Semitic bullshit or pro-Palestine shit, you know, we just end up getting bigger and stronger because of them. So it doesn't really matter. Soup for the family. Thanks for the $2 from Free Palestine for Hamas. Amen. Amen, baby. Let's see what Sweet Connor has been saying. They came from Gaza to work and gave Hamas information about the kibbutzim, gave them detailed maps, who lives where. We gave them the benefit of the doubt and gave them work, and they betrayed us. Yeah, it's been a constant story. I heard that in Sderot. I heard that story in Be'eri yesterday. I heard it all over. And again, it wasn't only Hamas, you know. The innocent Palestinians, the innocent civilians. It's very hard to determine right now who is innocent and who is not. Very, very, very hard to determine. When again, there was just polling data that came out today and yesterday. I've been seeing it of the fact that Gazans and Palestinians as a whole in the West Bank overwhelmingly still support Hamas and still support the attacks on October 7th. Still, till this day. It's unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable the amount of hate that they had. It's just the shit that they did on October 7th was so disturbing, so extremely disturbing. Especially in the car lot where we were there, and we were hearing some of the stories from people, and what they did to the cars, and how they mixed up people's body parts so they couldn't be identified properly. It's like the Nazis didn't do this stuff, man. I mean, the Nazis did horrible stuff, but the Palestinians, if these Palestinian extremists had the opportunity to do what Hitler did during the Holocaust, they would have 100% done that on October 7th. Again, it wasn't like a rational hate. It was like it was so disturbing. It was so disturbing. And imagine, this is me coming in 5.5 months later. I cannot imagine. I mean, I heard so many stories from so many people who drove in and the bodies that they saw the day after, and they're describing the smell and listen, for those of you guys who don't know, you haven't watched my channel for a long time because a lot of you guys are new here. I lived in the Philippines for many years, and I in 2021, December 2021, there was a massive typhoon called Super Typhoon Odette, that like just decimated the southern half of the Philippines, including the island that I live on. Destroyed my house, it destroyed my community's houses, it destroyed my friends' businesses, destroyed so much. Like, it was an absolute catastrophe. And I documented on this channel, you can see those videos still. I usually don't recommend any of my content from the Philippines because it's against not against what I'm trying to promote, but like it's a different time, different me. I have a different YouTube channel for that stuff. But this series on the Super Typhoon, I kept on my channel because I'm so very proud of it and what we did there. And the rehabilitation effort and how me and my friends worked together to help people and to build back what we could. And that experience was so traumatic, and the damage that I saw on that day on after the typhoon was shocking. It was like, whoa. And I haven't felt that feeling. It almost takes your breath away. And I felt that yesterday when I was walking through Be'eri. It was like a fucking typhoon went through the place. Like, there were so many houses without roofs on them. So many. And you hear the stories of the RPGs, that they were firing RPGs into people's houses with kids and blowing them to bits, like blowing the kids into pieces, and celebrating. And the calls and they were intercepting lines and hearing them calling back to Gaza and celebrating the death and the blood and you just, and it took me back to the typhoon. I was like, I was like, this is not obviously nothing close to what I experienced in the typhoon, because the typhoon, this was nature, this was nature attacking you. This was pure human hatred, like just hatred for another human being that was causing a level of of destruction purely out of hatred. And then you look at Gaza, and I almost had a level of pride when I looked at Gaza. And I know that sounds weird, but you look at Gaza and you don't see rage, you don't see hate, you see a really unfortunate situation that could be 100% avoidable. The fact is that Gaza didn't look like that before October 7th. The fact is that Gaza wasn't ever going to look like that unless something happened in October 7th. Gaza was on a path of development, and it could have continued to develop, and eventually it could have just gotten better. Gaza didn't have to go through the destruction and death that it's going through right now. Nowhere near. It didn't have to. And it did. And it's so unfortunate. But you see the difference in what we do to them and what they did to us, and what they did to us. It's pure vile Nazism. That's really what it is. It's full on Nazism. It's disgusting. I ignored the 2 super chats because I was trying to finish my thoughts, and I'm sorry about that. I never do that. I just really need to get that off my mind, so I apologize. I usually always take a break to acknowledge. Avi super chatted $20, said free Israel from the burden of these useless Palestinians that don't contribute anything to any society they find themselves in. Keep playing with us, motherfucker. Am Yisrael Chai. Okay, the message is a little bit extreme. I don't agree 100% with that. Appreciate you a lot, Avi. I do, and I appreciate the money. Thank you for the $20 super chat. I would not call all Palestinians useless. Not that I think you did, but I think the way that you wrote it could be misconstrued as that. And I know you didn't mean it like that. But there are plenty of wonderful Palestinians out there that are good people. But I understand the sentiment of what you were saying, and it's the fucking extremists. It's the Hamas supporters. Be gone. There should be nothing left. The Hamas and the Hamas supporters, it should be wiped. There shouldn't be anything left of that. It's cancerous. It's cancerous, and it's not conducive to any society. And Hamda asked me to stop saying the F word so I could say this. I'm gonna say this. Fuck you, Hamda, and I'm gonna keep saying fuck, and keep fucking around, and you go find out, Hamda, you little fuck boy, you little fucking asshole. But yeah, this, it needs to be wiped completely. HD donated, or super chatted $5. Thank you so much. Said everyone should check out John Spencer's military analysis of October 7th. Maybe we can do a show sometime where we watch it together. That could be interesting. Proud Zionist said, Clat, you look very good today. Thank you. I don't feel like I look very good. I don't feel very good. Look, I had a fine day. Yesterday was hard, and I didn't sleep well last night at all. Thank God Moshe had a washing machine, so he let me wash all my clothes from there yesterday, because I just felt like when I got back to Moshe's apartment, I was like, I have to clean everything. Like, everything has to be cleaned right now. There's just the air there is it's so bad. Everything was so bad. So that, I felt like that already made me feel a little bit more comfortable, because I'm walking around now with just my backpack. I'm wearing a lot of the same clothes every day, so I was like, I really didn't want to wear the same clothes today. Like, I didn't want to wear the same clothes that I walked around there in today, because I felt like it was just gonna be not good. But yeah, I'm now, I like today. Most of my day today was just trying to get back to Holon. I was supposed to go pick up my U.S. passport, and that was a whole ordeal. So by the time I got here, I was just tired, and now I'm just sort of like tired. I wasn't really looking forward to this live stream, I have to be honest with you guys. Now that it's happening, I'm happy to be here with you all, but I wasn't necessarily looking forward to talking about this again. And I have to be honest with you guys even more. I'm really, really not looking forward to editing the videos. Like, I want to do a good job about it, but re-seeing it all, it's just like I'm not I'm not looking forward to it. This is it's a really dark time, you know? It's a really, really, really dark time. It's a really, really, really dark time right now. I keep thinking about that, you know? It's like really sad. Everything is really sad. And it's supposed to be a holiday, like basically this whole weekend. Like, you know, kids are going around in Israel and they're dressing up in costumes and it's Purim and we're supposed to celebrate and be excited, but I really decided I don't think there's any way. Besides maybe filming and working on that day, just so I can at least justify it's like I'm making money, I'm being productive, I'm doing something. I'll go listen to the Megillah, which is like for those of you guys who don't know, on the holiday of Purim, it's tradition to go listen to the story of Purim in synagogue. So 100% I'll go do that. Um this is the first time in years that I've been in a place where I can actually listen to the Megillah too. Um, but yeah, I don't want to celebrate. I don't want to celebrate at all. I don't feel like celebrating. Um, it's just this whole time. It's so dark, and I keep thinking about the north, and and I have friends who are up there right now in reserves, and it's just there's no way that any of this is gonna end up any of this is gonna end up being okay. Like, I'm sure that we're gonna get out of it fine. I don't think that the Lebanese and Palestinians are gonna come out of this okay. I'm sure that Israelis are gonna come out of this okay at the end of the day. But like overall, it looks like this is gonna be really bad, you know? And it's just a really, 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 really dark time. And I think everybody who's in Israel or knows people in Israel can tell that this is like it's just a very dark time. This war is so fucking violent, and the things that happened and the things that are continuously happening every day, they're just it's so violent and so like, oh man, it's rough. It's really rough out here. Beautiful, thanks for sending me 5. Is it Czech? Just is that Czech francs or is that Swiss francs? I don't remember what currency that is. Thank you so much. It's very sweet of you. Appreciate it. We're at $68, guys. You guys are dope. Thank you so much. Swiss francs. 68 bucks. You guys are amazing. So really that was the experience. HD said, I used to go to parties like the Nova party. It took me a very long time before I could even look at a girl dancing. HD. Wow. Can you tell me more about that? Did you go to like did you go to like psytrance parties frequently? That was like a frequent thing. It's just something you used to do a lot, and then since the 7th you haven't done it. I'm just drinking just a regular like Lipton tea that my Dodoi's caretaker made me. It's very nice. No sugar. I don't drink tea with sugar. I only do when I'm with Arabs. When I'm with like Arabs, they make like a like super sweet tea. So I'll fuck with it. Like especially the Palestinians and Yafo and Bedouins, they love to drink their tea like crazy sweet. So I'll drink that sometimes sweet, but I'm not a huge fan of sugar in my tea. Also, my coffee, like if I ever drink coffee, which I don't frequently, I like to drink coffee black, completely black, no sugar at all. I want it to hurt when I'm drinking it. I want it to come in the top and go right out of the ass as fast as possible. Yeah, look, when October 7th happened, I was on the island in the Philippines, and it's parties there all the time. And I think some of my friends, they got a little bit more comfortable with the idea of like going back to parties and dancing and all that stuff. And I just couldn't, and I still can't. I don't think I've danced. I went to one party since the 7th, and that was because it was for a friend's birthday. It was one of my closest friends, and it literally forced me. And even the entire time, I had to be drunk to get through it, you know? Like, I had to get drunk as fast as possible just to feel like I could be there without feeling guilty. But I haven't had a desire to be I haven't had a desire. I haven't had like any sort of feeling of wanting to even go to a party. I haven't wanted to celebrate at all. I've laughed. I've had a good time. You know, like it's. I've been able to. I've been able to enjoy life. It's not like I haven't been able to enjoy life. There's been good things that have happened. There's a lot of great things that have happened since then. For the most part, you guys have come into my life, which has been dope. Did I not answer a super chat, by the way? I didn't. Yosef. I didn't answer your question. I'm sorry about that. You super chatted 35 shekel. Thank you so much, man. An Arab from what's considered the most friendly Arab Israeli town in Israel told me that they will massacre us when the day of judgment comes. I was never disillusioned by Arabs since. Yeah, that's a rough one. That is a very rough one. I'm not surprised to hear that, but yeah. Akam says Mindanao not for you. Joke's on you. I've traveled all of Mindanao pretty much. Been everywhere. I went to all the big mosques, hung out with a bunch of Muslims there, had a great time. But Muslims in the Philippines are also not anything similar to the Muslim Arabs. I feel like Islam in places like Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, it's a diluted version of Islam. It's not like Middle Eastern Islam. Muslims in the Philippines are very friendly people. They're not that Palestinian. Okay, I want to make sure that's clear. Like, not that Palestinians are not friendly, or that Arabs can't be friendly, because they are. They're very friendly, very hospitable people, but it's a different kind of extremism that happens in the Philippines. Like the Philippines extremism, like Islamic extremism, it's most of it is based off of not really an ideology. It's mostly about money. It's like trying to, from what I've understood, like separate, like a separatist movement. It's not really about like hating the West. It's not about that. Um, the In the Arab world, it's like a deep-seated anti-Semitism. Like, it's a hatred for Jews and other ethnic minorities, and seeing people as okay, that's what I would say is the big difference. In the Philippines, the Muslims that I've met, they do not look at themselves as supremacists in any shape or form, right? They don't see themselves as better beings or better people than everybody else because they're Muslim. In the Arab world and in Israel and within Palestinian society, I really feel this is like a lot of Muslims really believe they are better than everybody else, and that they really believe that they are like, you are going to hell if you don't convert to Islam. You're a bad person for not being a Muslim, and everybody should be Muslim. And that's a really fucked up ideology because it's like, yo, you're not even allowing for the idea of coexistence as a get-go. You know, in every country where there's ever been like a Christian minority, Islam has completely taken over. You know, this hasn't happened with the Jews. The Jews haven't taken over anywhere. Ever. There's no place where Jews have taken over. You know, with Islam, in a lot of places, it gets to it, and the ethnic minorities disappear. The Christians stop being Christians; they become Muslims. The Jews disappear; they run away. They stop being Jews, or they convert to Islam. I just want to make a note for all of you guys. I don't know how many of you guys are bots in here, like the super anti-Semites in here, but I'd love to actually converse with some of you assholes if you guys are down to have a conversation. Israel Tavor, what's up, baby? I'm happy that you're here, man. Haven't seen you in a while, man. So look, guys, I'm curious to know if you guys have any specific questions about what I saw yesterday and what I experienced. I'd love to answer this. I could keep talking about it because there's a lot to talk about. I kind of want to I want you guys to see in the video, obviously. Also curious what you guys thought about my my video talking about the Mossad being my sugar daddy and paying me out. I got shit from only like one or two of you guys that was saying like, this is not me. People are gonna take this literally. And my response was like, if somebody's gonna take it literally that photoshopped lizard eyes to my face, and at the end of the video I said, beam me up, Zion, and then I disappear into a beam of light, as if I'm a lizard Zionist overlord, and I said the word Zionist machine a billion times, Like, you tell me. I don't think there's anything that those people could like. I don't think there's anything we could do to help those people. So please let me know what you guys think. I'm curious to know what you guys thought about my video from yesterday, or from yesterday. Nechama Gluck hit me up with 18 shekel. God bless you. Nice number. Habibi, good of you to share your heart today. Thanks, Nechama. Thank you so much. I want to give you a hug right now. All I want to do is hug people right now. I'm really in a huggy mood. That's all I need. I need like a bunch of hugs right now to get through what I saw. That's it. Just lots of hugs. Virtually, if any of you guys were here right now, I would love to give you hugs. All of you. Even those anti-Semites. We got $73 in super chats right now. Fuck yeah, you guys are dope. You guys are the best. Yeah, I would love to give a massive, massive group hug. By the way, guys, I don't know, Natalie has been busy with work, so she hasn't been here the last couple of days, but she helped me set up some of the amazing links that we have in the description now. We have a Discord, by the way. I don't know if you guys use Discord, but we have a Discord group now. So if anybody guys want to join, links in the description as well. It's right at the bottom of the description. And there's new places for you guys to donate or support the channel if you want to. All of it's in the description. I have to say, I don't want to shit on YouTube because the super chats are a great way for us to get engaged in conversation, but they do take a big cut. It's over 33%. So if you do want to drop like large sums of money in support or something like that, PayPal might be a better option. The grab me a coffee or whatever it's called. It's all in the description. Mookow says fist bump. I'm not a hugger. Well, I would hug the shit out of you. I'm joking. If you don't want to hug, I wouldn't hug you. But I'm a hugger. I'm a big hugger. But yeah, guys, we're sort of working on this community right now on Discord, which I think would be cool. Yeah, Natalie's missing. She's been busy. I miss her as well. But yeah, she helped me set up all the links. She's helped me immensely in the last week. So make sure you check out in the description that Discord if you guys want to join. I haven't engaged in it yet. My plan is to. I'm just trying to figure out exactly how we're gonna do this. And then obviously on Patreon too, you get access to the Patreon Clat chat, which will be another way to get in touch with me and speak to me. But Discord, I think Discord is gonna be interesting. Be a good place for discussions, places for you guys to drop video ideas for me, for us to discuss things, and I can hop in there like WhatsApp on my phone and we'll just chat. So be cool. Every once in a while, I'll come in there for conversations and stuff, which will be really cool. HD wrote, you haven't watched the 40-minute video, did you? No, and I saw Shayna wrote something about that yesterday. I popped into Alex live stream from the Insightful Nomad, and she wrote me something about that. So here's the thing with the 42 minutes of Hamas footage, a lot of it was released by Hamas on the first days, and because I'm obviously I'm well connected when it comes to Israel. A lot of the footage that was in the movie, sorry. A lot of the footage that was in the movie that they shared, and they showed a lot of politicians and journalists and stuff. A lot of it I saw in the first couple of days. Not even consensually. It was just sent to me by people. And I remember there was a day when I was on the island. We were a bunch of Israelis of us. We were just, I was stuck in a loop. That first, like the first month, I was on my phone every day. And we're just watching and just knowing that my mom saw everything, saw all of it, and my family and my friends, we all saw it. Everybody, we saw everything. I think obviously some of it I didn't see, specifically the stuff with the children. But there was some stuff that it'll never escape my brain ever. Never. It horrifies me sometimes at night. Like I get because it's just, I don't know how to explain it. It's like, in Hebrew we have a term, is like echad mishelanu. It's like, it's one of ours. Not that it doesn't, like, you don't value the life of somebody else because they're not Israeli. It's not about that. But it's just when it is somebody who's Israeli, it's like, I know how they think. I know who they are. I know the culture. I know like the house they probably grew up in, and like the culture they grew up in, especially when it's somebody my age. I know what they were doing in life already, because a lot of us Israelis are sort of on like a similar path. And when you see what they did, and when you see some of those videos, Oh my god, man. That shit is like etch-a-sketched into my brain. It's like etched in there. It's not going away ever. Ever, ever. Ever, man. It's never going away. Um and yeah, all day yesterday, like literally there's when I close my eyes right now, I could literally see and I could describe to you some of the horrific videos I saw. And I wasn't even there. I was thousands of kilometers away. And then you just start feeling guilty for the people who were there, who are still alive or orphaned, or like, they have to deal with that for the rest of their life. But yeah, yesterday when I was walking through Be'eri, man, it's like the whole day I was re-seeing all the videos, like everything. Everything was playing through my head again. All of it. All of it. All the worst things too. Yeah, it's so horrible what happened. It's so horrible. Thank you, Monica, for donating 15 pounds. I'm coming to Israel in 4 weeks. Do I need any permission or documents to visit the Nova Festival site? As of right now, no. It's really beautiful, and you should go. You don't need any documents or anything to go there for the Nova Festival. Be'eri, you can't go right now. You have to get permission. And I don't have anybody, unfortunately, that can put you in touch. I got in on a fluke. But Nova, I can send you if you want. Just message me on Instagram if you don't know where the pinpoints are. I pinned everything yesterday, so if you want the exact pins of where to go for the Nova Festival, I can send you the pin on Instagram, and for the car park, I could send you pin as well because I pinned it all. So just send me a DM on Instagram if you want, and I'll get back to you within the next couple of days for sure with the pins. Just remind me that it was from the live stream. Mars Mello, thank you for the 199. Damn tall, I want to hug you real bad. I want to hug you real bad too. I would love to give you a big hug right now. $97 in super chats just for talking. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for the money. I really appreciate it. HT said, I saw a lot of the footage too on the 7th and on the 8th in the Palestinian social media, and then saw them take it down and totally change the narrative. It was crazy. Do you remember the 7th and the 8th and even up until the 10th? I remember where I was, and I remember the amount of content that was coming through about the war. It was just shocking. It was like shocking. It was like it made you shiver. I remember those days too. I was in the Philippines. I heard a car beep. I was like, it was an instant reaction. I've never experienced war properly, like I never really experienced this stuff. But instantly I heard a beep, heard a loud noise. I was like walking around like a fucking Grinch like this. I was walking around like looking over my shoulder all the time. And, visibly I don't even look Jewish. Nobody would ever targeted me. It was like I don't look like what a Jew looks like. I don't dress up like a Orthodox Jew. Nobody in the Philippines would have targeted me for anything. There's like a 0.0.0.0 chance. But still, I felt so threatened after October 7th. I felt like oh my God, they're coming for all of us now. We're all gonna get it. But this is what terrorism is. This is what terrorism is, and I gotta say, it really worked. It worked for me. It worked for a lot of people. Um. So yeah, it's I'll never forget those days, man. The first couple of days was like, and then like life has actually like radically changed since then. To think the path that I was on then and the path that I'm on now is like it's a different world. It's a completely different world. I'm doing a completely different thing. You know, Shayna, anti-Semitic nonsense alert. I love that. Should we address some of these anti-Semites? I don't like. They just feel like bots. They're not saying anything interesting. I wish some of them would come with like something to respond to, but it's just like a bunch of stupid people. Okay, Panda Poet we can ban. I'm gonna ban this person. Hide this user. Remove. Panda Poet. Oh, you're not a bot, Panda Poet? So stop talking about Bitcoin. Don't talk about Bitcoin. Whatever the fuck you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, if anybody here is anti-Semitic or hates Israel, any of you like anti-Zionist people, make an actual argument that I could respond to. I'd love to talk about it because I could destroy any one of you guys because you come in with such idiocy, and I'm happy to. And my audience is here to watch you be destroyed. And it's not even a debate. It's just I'm gonna make fun of you. Um, and I'm happy to do it. I'm really happy to do it. I feel like I'm doing a service to it. But you guys just write stupid things, so it's hard to respond to. Okay, William, you say I have no answers. So what's your question? Ask a question like an adult, and I'll bully you for sure. There's no way you're not getting bullied. I will bully you. So you have to accept and make fun of you. But go for it. Panda Poet says, I don't hate Israel because it's all a draconian demonic big pharma circle jerk of draconians that are not human. What do you even what do you even what do you even respond? And the problem is there's so many fucking assholes like him. There's so many. That was the thing. That's why I made in yesterday's video. That's why I was talking about being a lizard. Because it's like there's really people who believe that we are lizards. And they really believe it. They believe we control the world and they believe that we're lizards. And it's hilarious. And I find it so funny because I want to meet these people. I want to meet these people in person, one. And then two, I want to give them a hug. And then three, I want to scare them. Like, I want to psychologically torment them a little bit in person. It might be a weird thing to have that feeling. But if somebody thinks that I'm a lizard because I'm Jewish, I kind of like want to bully them a little bit in person. And I think that's fair game. Dab said, are you Muslim? No, I'm Jewish. I am a Jew. I am a disgusting little Jew. I'm a gross little Jewish. You be careful of me because I will come and get you. You watch out for me. I'm a dirty Jew. What is YouTube gonna demonetize because of that? Probably. BT say tall you're giving little brother vibes. I am a little brother, so maybe that's why. But yeah. Yosef said the trolls who comment against Israel are controlled. They can't they tell them that we are controlling their brains and making them zombies. I didn't really understand her comment, Yosef. Gotta be honest with you. HT said, I've gotten kind of cynical about people. It wasn't just what happened, which was pure evil, but the way the world reacted continues to mess me up. That's the thing is, like, does it? I really feel like, I spoke to my mom about this and my friends. It's like, I'm not surprised by the reaction of anybody. Like, none of this surprises me. None of it at all. I'm completely like, yeah, like this is how people hate us. The people hate us. My whole life I was taught though that like people hate us, you know? And it wasn't like people hate you tall, but they hate Jews. So be careful. Like my whole life I was taught this by my community, by my family, by people. And so like none of this is like surprising to me. I'm like, yeah, of course, this is it. This was a day that was gonna come at some point. It's come from my ancestors, it's come from their ancestors. Every single point in time, at some point, everybody says the Jews fucking get attacked. Worst thing to ever happen to the Israeli community ever is your fault. you now all you die. Like, I'm not surprised. Moo Cow hitting his back to back with two $10 super chats. I don't know if that was a mistake, but you donated $20 for the same comment twice, and I appreciate that. Haters make Jews more lovable. Jewish people are lovable when you get to know them. You wrote that twice. Thank you, Moo Cow. Appreciate you. I do agree with that. I think Jewish people are lovely people. I think Israel is a lovely person. Did you guys hear? Did you guys hear about the poll? Where? Let's see if you guys got it. Where did Israel rank in world happiness? Did you guys hear about this? First, second, third, fourth. 1 through 3. 5. 20th. 30 through 50. You guys vote. This was a shitty poll on my end, but like, where do you guys think? Avi dropping another $20 saying we placed 5th in world happiness. Thanks for Avi for the $20, man. I appreciate it. We're at $137. It happens like this with you guys. You guys are a bunch of crazies. I love you. I wish we could all hug each other right now and I could feed you all bamba. That's what I would love to do. I would love to spoon feed each one of you guys bamba. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm very comfortable around strangers. So if we ever do like a meetup or a Shabbat dinner sometime, expect that I will feed you. Expect that I will be very touchy. I'm a very touchy human being. So in case any of you guys plan on meeting me someday, the way that me and Philip act in videos is how I act with most people in my life. Obviously, I don't do anything creepy, and consenting is always an important thing. But like if we're close and I can feel the vibe is good, you will be having food being pushed into your mouth, potentially by fingers. You will be hugged a lot. This is one of the things I love about Israel too, is like that personal space boundary outside of Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is all about personal space, but like outside of Tel Aviv, nobody here has personal space, and I fucking love it. I'm so on about it. I hate Israel Tavor says I like being touched. Just put a wig and some makeup. I got something special for you, baby. After all your super chats, Israel Tavor, you're gonna get something nice. Ellie from Jewish Music Toronto said, "Yeah, Tal, I'm not kiss sharing food with you when we finally meet. What if I force you? But you're Canadian, you know. Canadians are weird about. I feel like Canadians are weird about touching. So yes, did you guys know that Israel was voted 5th in the world in global happiness? And I had a friend from the Philippines reach out to me today. She's like, "How the fuck is that? How is that real with everything that's going on?" I'm like, there's something about everybody hating you that kind of puts you together. So like all the other top nations were like, it was like Finland and Sweden and whatever, where there's like a big thing of ethnic homogeny, and life is relatively good. There's like no war. They've never really been in wars. They don't have any bloody histories. You know, like there's very chill nations. But there's something about the entire world wanting to kill you and you still surviving in spite of that. One, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel a bit like you do feel a little bit like, well, if everybody wants to kill me so bad and I haven't died till now, I must be doing something right. And it makes you feel really united with your people. So I could kind of understand it, you know? I really could have kind of understand it, the 5th in happiness thing. Matthew Roberts said, "Why did Zaka lie about babies being put in microwaves and lied multiple scenarios that never happened and don't match the actual records from the kibbutz?" So from what I understood, I don't really totally understand your comment. I don't know which ones you're talking to about, but there were babies put in ovens and burnt. That was a documented thing. There's photos of it, and I'm pretty sure there's videos in that 42-minute video about what Hamas did on October 7th. But there was proven that Hamas did put babies in ovens and burnt them to a crisp. And there were things even worse than that that Hamas did to children. Matthew Roberts says, "I've seen it all lying." Okay. I'm not, though. So I think you're lying. I cannot show you on this live stream. But I would just read. I would look it up on Google. I think a lot of the videos right now have either been archived or they're in Telegram groups. But the thing is with Telegram, and I know that they're looking at them and they're deleting a lot of those videos because Israel has their eye on that stuff. Look, you bunch of assholes. You can keep writing, stop lying. I don't know what it's like to be in your position to defend a terrorist organization. I've never done that before. But this is the reality. Hamas it's a bunch of monkeys. It's not really human beings. It's a bunch of monkey-like creatures that resemble human beings. And I know the fact that they wear your flag or they wear the pro-Palestinian flag, and you really because you're Muslim and you feel like, I need to stand up for this. It might feel like you need to stand up for them, but you need to realize at some point, somebody who hides a tunnel, right? the leaders of Hamas hiding in tunnels. That's not called resistance. That's called being a pussy. That's not called resistance. That's called being a coward. That's not called resistance. Resistance is fighting like a man, is building an army, building up a country, developing, protecting your women and children, putting your women and children behind the lines of defense, not in front of them. So I know that for a lot of you guys, it may be a hard concept to follow because maybe you're not used to that. But that's usually in the elements of what's like a just war or righteousness. If you look at history around the world, you can analyze and you can study this really through like history, like wars in the past, all over through the world, with Genghis Khan, and through the wars in ancient Polynesia, and through Mexico and the Native Americans and the indigenous people in the Americas, and wars in Europe that have been fought for centuries. The most just armies, they wouldn't put their women and children in the front lines. They would put their women and children behind the front lines. They wouldn't hide behind the civilians, or hide, in this case, under the civilians. They would put themselves in front of the civilians. But I don't know what to you seems attractive about Hamas, and I'd love for you guys to, to elaborate for me, those of you guys who are defending Hamas in this chat, because there are plenty of you. I would love to hear from you what about what Hamas does to you is a big turn on. So please elaborate. TV Talk with Avi hits me up with another $10. That is your 10th super chat on a live stream. Thank you so much, Avi. Don't listen to those Muslims that feel the need to defend Hamas. They're allergic to facts anyway, so why don't you waste your breath? How tall are you, by the way? I am 5'10". I don't know in meters, but I think you're super chatting in dollars, so I think you're American. But I'm 5'10", and I wanna give them the opportunity to, Avi said, could somebody who has blocked the anti-Semites recommend they watch Yasmin Muhammad's video with Ahmed Fouad Al-Khatib? Maybe they'll actually listen to a Gazan. Matthew Roberts says, why are the kibbutzes so close to danger then? It's just, I want to engage, but it's so stupid. It's like, I don't. Oh, you live in Sunrise. This is where you live in, like, you live right where I grew up. That's awesome. But this is the thing, is like, I want to engage with some of you, but you guys, every time you come out and you say something like that, I'm like, what's the point? There's no point. Let me just stay with my people. You guys are so fucking dumb. You're so stupid. It's just frustrating. Sam Harris talked in his podcast, by the way, Arabs use their citizens as shields. Have Israelis ever done this? Never. No, but this is the thing, is like Arabs, I don't know that Arabs have a tendency to use their people as human shields. It's particularly these confused groups of people like Palestinians, Southern Lebanese, Syrians more of a civil war, so you kind of like, it's an army versus a civilian population pretty much, and some rebels. You kind of understand it, but like, where is the appeal to support Hamas? Especially after all of this. Especially when the leaders have been in Qatar this whole time. I still have Palestinians I talk to who support Hamas, and I'm like, how the fuck? How? But then it comes down to something. It comes down to the fact that they really, for them supporting Hamas, it's not about the army. It's not about making a two-state solution. It's literally about killing Jewish people. Because the only thing that they've accomplished, that you could put on their like repertoire, that they've actually accomplished was murdering Jewish people. I mean, they murdered a bunch of Palestinians as well, but we'll just ignore that because that doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter when a Palestinian murders a Palestinian. It doesn't matter at all. Matthew Roberts says, if someone takes your kid and uses them as a shield, is their life forfeit, meaning the kid? No. Not at all. But it's up to you and your community to do everything in your fucking power to revolt against that group of people. But overwhelmingly in Gaza, that's not the case at all. Unfortunately, it's just not the case. What up, Timmy Turner? Beam me up, Zion. You guys want to see a funny meme? Beat me up, Zion is my new catchphrase. When I form into a lizard man. For those of you who wonder... Oh, oops, that's the wrong video. I'm a lizard. Beat me up, Zion. I'm a lizard. Beat me up, Zion. I'm a lizard. Beat me up, Zion. That's my new catchphrase. That is my new catchphrase, folks. I made it a WhatsApp sticker so I can share it with my friends and family. Beam me up, Zion. I want to be beamed up. Matthew Roberts says, so you admit the human shield argument is weak. It's not weak at all. They're using human shields. That's not a weak thing. It's not my job to, what's it called, to protect your human shields. My job is to get the people that you took hostage back. If your community is overwhelmingly supporting the human shields, which they are, that's not on me. That's on you. You've been polled twice. I'm not talking about you specifically. You've been polled twice since the war has begun by independent Arab sources who have polled the Palestinian population within the West Bank and the Gaza Strip, overwhelmingly still supporting Hamas and overwhelmingly supporting the October 7th war. It's not just men that are being polled, it's women that are being polled from all age groups. If you hide behind women and children and you use them as human shields and you overwhelmingly support that, it's not on me. It's not on me. That's on you. Ado says, I think it's important to listen to the side you disagree with. You only stand to gain more knowledge than you previously had, or you gain the perspective to prove your points further. I agree 100%. I wish there was somebody in here who actually had a rational... Like, you seem... I don't know if you are pro or anti-Israel. I can't tell what you are, Ado, but you seem like somebody who's eloquent, who could write a sentence here, or could actually discuss with me something. So if you have anything you want to say, I'd love to speak to you. Also, by the way, should we do some call-ins? We're at like almost 2 hours, I think. If anybody wants to call in, shoot me a message on Instagram. Maybe I'll only do like 1 or 2 because I'm kind of drained out today, and I'd love to go eat some dinner soon. So if anybody wants to call into the show tonight, hit me up on Instagram at The Traveling Clat. Jack, if you don't mind, if you're here, if you don't mind popping my Instagram link into the chat. Gamer Storm says, when are you doing a Shabbat dinner? I don't know. Soon. I need more community people. I think Monday we'll announce some like positions for community organizers to get involved with the Traveling Clat community, and we're gonna have to organize this stuff from the ground up. It's gonna be hard. But yeah, anybody who wants to join the call, wants to give me a call, message me on Instagram, DM me on Instagram right now. It also will help me if you follow me on Instagram, because then I'll be able to tell if you DM me or not. So make sure you do that first. Oh, TV Talk with Avi. Do you want to call in, Avi? I see you're typing. Maybe we're going to get a call from Avi. He's been one of our biggest supporters so far. Let's see here. Oh, okay. You don't want to be called. Okay. I'm just checking, seeing here who wants to call in. Okay, cool. Ellie from Jewish Music Toronto wants to call in. Let's give him a call. Raj, for dinner, I'm not sure what I'm having. I'm going to Safta's house, to my grandma's house, and I'm gonna have dinner there. Guys, I'd like to introduce you guys to Eli from Jewish Music Toronto. He's got an amazing YouTube channel, which I highly recommend you guys check out. I'll pin his comment here real quick so you guys can click through to his channel. Okay, his comment is pinned, so you guys can check out who I'm speaking to right now. Without any further ado, let me introduce you to Eli. What's up, baby?
How's it going? I'm still trying to figure out, this is my first time taking a call on Instagram like this, so I don't know if anybody can hear me.
Everyone can hear you right now. You're live.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
How are you doing? It's a tough question, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm all right, man. Maybe you can introduce to the audience who you are and what's the reason you wanted to sort of hop on here. What did you want to talk about?
Oh, you know what? It's really just been a long time since you and I have actually conversed in any real
True.
way. And it's really weird, by the way, because I've got the time lag that I'm watching you on YouTube still. And the voice is totally separated. The sync is weird. I'm not looking at the screen right now. Yeah, so I wanted to actually just catch up with you and make sure that you're doing okay, because the trauma of everything just sounds like it's really taking a toll. And I want you to know that you deserve, whenever you're ready, to start feeling happy again overall.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Um, it feels like we're a long ways away from that because I feel like since October 7th, it's felt like there's still some impending doom that hasn't hit yet. That's going to, especially with the Northern Front. Um, so I'm not 100% sure what's gonna happen, and it's hard for me to feel like I can go back to any sense of normalcy yet. But I'm strong. I've been through a lot of shit in my life, so I don't think that this is gonna break me per se. It's just a very interesting time. I've never experienced something like this in my life. It's a new set of feelings and emotions. But how has it been for you in Toronto?
So it's been a roller coaster here. We're far away, so we're not getting as much in the world of physical threats. But at the same time, we have, like what happened on March 7th here. I live streamed 3 hours of what was about 9 hours. I'm probably not doing the math properly, but it was 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. standing outside of one of the shuls, the synagogues that I frequent, where people just with loudspeakers shouting Zionists are fascists and Intifada and all of the usual type of stuff, and trying also, it was interesting, and you can, like, anybody who wants can see it there. They were also on the fly trying to come up with manipulative things to shout. The synagogue, in order to try to demoralize them. So it was pretty crazy, and the police were in force there, keeping everybody separated. It was pretty crazy. And I've been to a couple of other things. There was a comedy event in support of Friends of the IDF, and there were protesters outside of that blocking entrance to it until the police finally came and very slowly moved everyone in. So things like that happening, and it's, well, I don't know if you know, but I can only assume that you've seen images and some video here and there of that kind of stuff. I'm just looking at, I'm going to go to a comment actually that I see here on your feed. S. Mavi, protesters in Toronto disturbed a synagogue. They disturbed Mount Sinai Hospital and have personally witnessed physical altercations. So, the Mount Sinai thing happened a week or two before that, if I remember correctly. Earlier in the very same week, on March 3rd, before Bayit, which is what Esmavi was talking about with the synagogue, there was another one just down the street from that very same synagogue, which is actually where I went for Simchat Torah. And they were outside doing the very same thing. And unfortunately, some people got taken in by the rhetoric of it, and somebody actually came out and threatened with the nail gun and fought and assaulted a couple of people and got arrested because of it. And that's exactly what they want, these protesters. Like, these are professional protesters, a lot of them. So yeah, it's been a tough go as far as emotional things here. Later today at 6:30 p.m., we're going to be doing at that very same synagogue that was protested at March 7th. We're going to be getting together and just doing a prayer service, basically. I mean, today is Tanit Esther. It's the fast of Esther, which the entire reasoning behind that was so that she could go and approach the king in order that she plead for the well-being of the Jewish people, that the decree of Haman be overturned. And the reason for the fasting was that she would get some kind of help from God in order to be able to do it. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the whole thing about Purim and God being hidden from the story.
No,
and
it's
all
good.
that,
It's good to give some religious context because I usually fail to. I don't do a very good job with it. It's something I want to introduce more into my videos because I should. We have a lot of really interesting stories, but
Well, you always have a standing invitation to come and stay here when you're here in Toronto, and we'll tour around and you'll see some of the sites here, of course.
thanks, man.
and
I wanna ask you real
um,
quick, Ellie. Yesterday when I
yeah,
was in Berry, I was with a group of Canadians from Montreal. It was like some Jewish federation of Montreal or something. I'm not sure exactly what it was.
sounds maybe the CAJ, I think, if that's maybe right.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
we were talking about this whole. So he showed me on the news yesterday that there was like a French news in Canada that posted a picture of Netanyahu, like a caricature of him as Nosferatu, and then it was in regards to not selling arms to Israel anymore from Canada or any equipment for. So I had a little back and forth with them, and I was like, "What does Canada actually even provide Israel?" And he's
Yeah, so that's interesting.
yeah.
Warren, there's a guy named Warren Kinsella. Now, he's, I believe, what you would call a little more right wing here. So he and I might not normally align with some things, but I did end up, because I did Hatikva at the 100-day rally here. So he and I shared the same stage, and he was speaking that day. But he called out the government for basically. He basically called BS on that, because from at least what he's saying, we haven't given anything to Israel. We haven't sold anything to Israel in like 30 years.
Oh, really?
You can probably go see his tweet about that.
Wow.
If it's still up. It's this is just me recalling it from memory, but I think I saw it yesterday. So yeah, it's it's the thought of that, I suppose, that's a big deal within that. The motion that was called was significantly watered down from what it was, because originally this was a multi-part motion, and they were calling for recognizing Palestinian statehood,
right?
with no preconditions,
right.
And that's an important thing, because eventually it was watered down basically back to what it's been for years, which is we'll recognize Palestinian statehood with a Palestinian state that wants to live alongside Israel peacefully and recognizes Israel, and we understand that Israel has a right to defend itself. And because yes.
Sorry, from what I've understood though, when I was speaking to like a lot of the arms sales, whatever it was that Canada was selling Israel was like in the form of like bulletproof vests and gear, wasn't like weapons.
That's
Canada.
That's another thing. So that came before this week's motion. So what they were saying was that they were no longer going to send over what they call non-lethal equipment. And so that's where that would qualify. And that, I don't know how much was being sent over. It's, we've had various missions coming over from here, so I don't know how that affects things because people, Jewish groups, Christian groups, any pro-Israel groups that have done missions, they have physically and personally brought over equipment and all kinds of different things
to Israel.
Yeah. When they've come.
Right.
So I don't believe it's a ban on that. It is directly things supplied by the government, but I could not tell you what exactly was being supplied prior.
Okay. Well, Israel Tavor commented here, very interesting to listen to. Jewish Music Toronto, very well spoken. I want you guys to know, Ellie from this channel, from Jewish Music Toronto, has been one of my longest time supporters. I would say over 7 to 8 years. You've been here from the very beginning. One of my...
We were going to get together in 2017 in Miami, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, I remember that. Was I not there at the time?
No. So I was there for a friend's wedding, and it was a Shabbat and a Motzei Shabbat, and obviously I wasn't going to be able to be in communication. And then when it came time for Motzei Shabbat, I was like, okay, a friend who I haven't seen in ages is here also because of the wedding. I'm going to get together with him, keep track, and we'll try to get together. And it just didn't work out. So we both had to bail on it.
Damn. But yeah, guys, so for you guys to know,
one day you and I
one day. But Ellie has been a long time supporter. I believe you were one of my first patrons on Patreon ever, like right when I launched it.
You know what? I will say, I appreciate you saying that, but funny enough, I have only ever followed you on there. I've never paid.
Oh, okay.
I have only ever let the ads run every single time one of your videos comes up.
Regardless,
the hours and hours and hours of ads that have played because I've watched your videos is hilarious.
You're a sweetheart, Ellie, and I appreciate you so much. And thank you for you've grown with me. You've known me since I was a little baby, since I just started this thing. So
it's crazy. It's crazy watching you grow up. I'm not going to tell you how old I'm going to be turning this year, but let's just say I'm.
Let's just say 21. Let's just say 21. You don't look a day older than 21. I appreciate you so much for calling in, Ellie, man. Thank you, guys. Please check out his channel.
For letting me share time.
Yes, and please go check out his channel, guys. I pinned his comment. Jewish Music Toronto. It's a dope channel. Really suggest you guys check it out. And
now I'm gonna have to actually start making more videos again.
Well, you can look at the archive. Is there anything you'd want to end on? Anything you guys want to say, or anything you want to say to the people watching?
You want for me to them? If you're interested in finding out stuff about Jewish music, the entire intention of the channel originally was to teach people about where the songs came from, but you can also, especially now, Purim is coming up on Sunday. You can go look up some Purim songs.
There you go, guys. Ellie, thanks so much for calling in, man. Chag Sameach, and we'll talk soon, brother.
Chag Sameach.
See you, man.
Sounds good. I'm gonna keep watching. All right.
Thanks, brother. Bye. Have a good day. All right, what a sweetheart. That was a 13-minute conversation. It flew by. It's probably the longest call we've taken on the show. Guys, if anybody else wants to call, I see your messages, Yosef and Israel Tavor. I want to just open up the chat for new people who haven't called in yet. Just was thinking maybe we take one more call. So if anybody else is interested in hopping in, if anybody wants to hop in, just message me at Traveling Clad. I'll go on for a few more minutes. Yeah, Ellie's been a long time supporter of the channel and is freaking awesome, man. I love him. Great guy. Great guy. So yeah, guys, anybody, if you want to call Nigel, you just message me on Instagram at the Traveling Clad. Give me a follow. You can unfollow me after if you don't want to keep following me. And you can hop on a call with me. Jesse Reichbach said, does Tal not make money if you skip the ads? I do, but I make less money. If you watch the ad all the way through, I make more money. That's how it usually works. I still get money if you skip the ad, but it's a lot less. It's like half. I only get a few cents per ad. You don't feel inclined to watch all the ads, you know? You don't have to, but I appreciate it. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody new who wants to hop in. I'm looking through. Anybody else? Anybody new who wants to hop in the call? Anybody new that wants to give a call? Torben, you want to call? I've never heard your voice, Torben. You want to get in here? If you guys want to call into the show, message me on Instagram at the Traveling Clat, so we can get one last call in from a new person. Yeah, I saw that Connor, Israel Tavor, and Yosef all wanted to call in, but they've already spoken here a few times, or each one has called in once. So, um, I want to I want to give an open opportunity for somebody else. No worries, Torben. Anytime, man. I just want to give a chance for anybody new who wants to call in, just so we can get some new voices in the chat. It'd be nice to keep it fresh. What to do if you don't have Instagram? That's really the best way to do this right now. I don't really have another way to take a call. I guess you could join the Discord group, and I could give you a call via Discord. That could work. So if you guys want to join, okay, that might be another option. I've never tried that before. Hopefully, I don't regret this. If anybody else wants to call in, you can also join the Discord group. It's in the description. Here I'll pop the Discord link in, and then you guys can, if you guys want to, you can join the Discord, and then I can message you. Just message in there that you want to hop on the call, and then I can call you from my phone. If anybody else. Man, lots of anti-Semites tonight. Luckily, you guys super chatted over $147 in spite of these goddamn assholes. We got them all. $147 for each one of these bitches. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it, guys. I'm gonna go eat some dinner with Safta. I think I'm gonna go eat some dinner with the grandma. I don't see anybody new. Hannibal Hulk just jumped in. Hannibal Hulk, do you wanna hop on a call? Okay, Jesse signing. Okay. I'll give you some more time. I'll give you some more time. Jan Post, do you get more contributions when you have anti-Semites? Yes, 100%. Every time we have more anti-Semites, you guys super chat more money towards the channel, and that goes towards making more pro-Israel content. So it's the circle of life, you know? Anti-Semitic, super chat, I make videos, and we keep the cycle going. I make the videos, the anti-Semites come to it, you guys super chat in spite of them, and we keep the cycle going like that. Dirtyon. Okay, I see Dirtyon joined. Let me just say, if you guys I'll just type in who wants to call in. I'd love to get fresh opinions, like new people. Bukharian music rocks. Bukharian food rocks even harder. The Being Becoming hits us with $2 Canadian. Thank you. Thank you, The Being Becoming. Appreciate you, brother. Brother, sister. I don't know if you're a sister or brother, but I appreciate you so much. And I love you. Okay, we're gonna get a call. We're gonna call from Pathau. Let's give you a call. Let's see here. Oh, it's Raj. God damn it, Raj. Raj, you almost got me. Raj, you almost got me. Raj, you motherfucker. Connor hits us up with $10. Thank you so much, Connor. We're at $158 in super chats. Just wanted to say thank you. And the Israelis are so strong and resilient. Visiting Berry deeply saddened me and shook me to my core. I was crying a lot for days. You are brave and a tzaddik in your work is crucial. Thank you, Connor. You're a tzaddik as well, man. Appreciate you so much, brother. Thank you. And Jacob hopping off with a $10 super chat. Gotta hop off and get ready for work. Good time on the stream as always. Chat is a nightmare though. We'll absolutely give you a hug if I see you in Israel. Same as I will as well. I'd love to give you a big hug, man. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you for the consistent and constant support. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end it here. Thank you, all of you guys, for the support. $168 in super chats today. You guys are dope. Hopefully, anybody who wants to call in the next one, you can join the Discord, and then we can maybe do the calls from there from now on. Maybe that'll be better. Raj, you're always, Raj, the second you turn 18, man, I'll call you in every live stream. Don't worry about it. But we can't have you. I'm scared. Ido Gold said you are a clown. Are you talking to me? Talking to me, motherfucker? You talking to me, motherfucker? Jan, that's a good. Jan, hey Jan, you gave me shit yesterday for my sense of humor, and now you're coming with a funny joke. What do you think this is, Jan? Huh? Yeah, you really saddened me with your comment yesterday on the video. I have to be honest with you. I've really thought you would understand my whole joke and being like you wrote a serious comment and it didn't seem like you were being ironic. So I was kind of disappointed with your reaction, and now you write a really funny joke like that. Now I don't know where your sense of humor is. Guys, I'm going. Avinash Gandhi will pay you $200 a day to stay off the internet. You got to be honest though, the pro-Israel people are paying me more than $200 a day to stay on the internet. So you're gonna have to match them at least. So it's gonna be a little bit more than Avinash. Guys, I love you so much. Thank you for the support. I'm gonna try my best to get that video out tomorrow, at least the first one from Kibbutz Be'eri. But I'm not 100% sure that I'll be able to do it before Shabbat. So in the worst case, I might shoot an easy video to release tomorrow morning. And then just drop an easy video for you guys for the week. And we'll start off fresh Monday, Tuesday with some really strong, powerful content about Be'eri in the South. I love you guys like crazy. I'm crazy about you guys. Did that work? It's light. You guys are the best. Truly. You guys are unbelievable. Thank you so much. Thank you for the consistent financial support as well. It's what keeps the channel going. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Chag Sameach to all the Jews out there. Have a happy Purim. Ramadan Kareem. Enjoy yourselves out there. Keep your head up. Chana was saying, how old am I? I'm 27 years old. I'm going to go eat some dinner with Safta, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye, Klats.